page 7. I would remember that. So we're gonna do this in segments. Like I said, you see the title of it. Yes, Drake is telling on himself, and this is how. All right. So if you hit the subscribe button, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, UMG's greed yielded real-world consequences, as described above. It was just hold on. It was just 3 days UMG originally published the recording image. I think I actually read this, so maybe on page 9. Yeah, it was on page 9 or something, or page 10. So I'm just gonna quickly run through that real quick. We gonna be all right. Hey. Yeah, we're past that. I knew it. I need to find a way to bookmark these things. That way I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Anyway, here we go. So I must have been there. Anyway, many months prior, filing the litigation, Drake attempted to address these claims privately with UMG. Drake believed that per using range, UMG's leadership should be held accountable for the decisions we make and we've conducted ourselves. And UMG purports to care about threatening and abusive behavior. Indeed, UMG's code of conduct notes that harassment can take different forms, such as speech that is threatening or abusive, and declares that violent threats and physical intimidation are not tolerated at Universal Music because we all share responsibility to make health and safety constant priority. There's something I want to say here, but I'm going to say when I finish reading this page because you get me. I'm learning from my own lesson, and when I go through it page by. Anyway, let's get into it real quick. Yet, in response to Drake's concern, UMG responded, and response to Drake's concerns, UMG responded that Drake would face humiliation if he brought legal action. And he's about to face a bigger humiliation. I hear it. Presuming that the public would be unable to understand UMG's role in exploiting and profiting from this dispute, UMG's posture as the world's largest music company was that it is untouchable. I understand what they're trying to say, but not really. Everyone, like anyone can get it. Get me? Whether you do, if you do wrong, eventually that wrong is going to get found out. If you do right, that right is going to get found out and maintained. Every wrong that is done, anyway, I want to keep it moving after this. But anyway, UMG's response to Drake was especially perverse, given that it is perfectly willing to sue, protect own interests when it believes that doing so will protect its property. UMG is engaged in the business of acquiring, administering, licensing, exploiting, and otherwise monetizing the music of its artists, including Drake, and it does not hesitate to file lawsuits when doing so suits its financial interest. This lawsuit is is necessary and appropriate because UMG has reportedly defamed Drake while exploiting and monetizing his work. Now, what I wanted to say, I'm going to say this very, very quickly, because I'm going to set a time on certain things. But anyway, like what I wanted to say in regards to this is, when it comes down to it, I promise you this. Yeah, like let's go back up. So I remember what I was about to say. Because he mentioned something about UMG's code of conduct. Code of conduct that usually pertains to an employee. If you're an artist, you're not necessarily an employee of that company. So those rules technically do not relate to you as the artist. Does it make common sense? Is it not common sense for an artist to be protected by their label? Yes. But how many times has there been a situation where an artist has not been protected by their company? Forget a rap battle for now, but I was talking about in general. There's been many times, all right? Sadly. Do you know what I mean? Is that UMG's fault? Is that the main? In fact, is that the record label's fault? You could say yes, you could say no. I remember there was a video of Damon Dash talking about it. Like they were signing these artists that come from poverty-stricken areas, and they come from certain background, but they don't take them out the environment. They keep them in the environment, and then do you know what I mean? So I don't know how true that is. That's what Dayton Dash said. All right, so that's what he said, but I don't know what the full truth is because I've never actually seen that. But what I will say is, as far as code of conduct, you know what I'm saying. And also, like I said before, like I said in yesterday's live stream, he actually made a mistake here, and it is why he made a mistake. He made a mistake by mentioning that, you know what I mean, like UMG is defaming him, yeah. However, I'm monetizing from it and talking about harassment. Okay, well, you more or less was harassing Kendrick Lamar, who's also part signed to UMG. So what we talking about here? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So let's get back into it. So with his own record label having waged a campaign against him and refusing to address this as a business matter, Drake has been left with no choice but to seek legal redress against UMG. UMG may spin this complaint as a rap beef gone legal, but this lawsuit is not about a war of words between artists. This lawsuit involves no claims against Kendrick Lamar, Aubrey, anyway, or any other artist. Instead, it's about UMG, the publisher and exclusive rights holder of Lamar's music, as well as Drake's, and its malicious decision to publish and promote through covert means false allegations about Drake that UMG knew were false, explosive, inflammatory, and certain to result in both literal and substantial harm to Drake's reputation. Aubrey. You know why I'm saying that, right? Notwithstanding a relationship spanning more than a decade, UMG intentionally sought to turn Drake into a pariah. What the hell is a pariah, bruv? You know, oh, look at the time. Um, no, hang on. I need to find out what that is. Pariah. A pariah is they were treated as social pariah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, a person despised or rejected by society. Aubrey. Hey, listen. Anyway, notwithstanding. Okay, I read that. Where was that? Okay, notwithstanding a relationship spanning more than a decade, UMG intensely sought to turn Drake into a pariah, a target for harassment, or worse. UMG did not. UMG did so not because it believes any of these false claims to be true, but instead because it would profit from damaging Drake's reputation. Drake thus brings this action to hold UMG responsible for the actual and foreseeable harm he has suffered and will continue to suffer because UMG's choice to elevate profits over the well-being of its artists and the music consuming public. Aubrey. All right, now I can talk about this. So basically, look, again, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Drake is also like, he has also sent threatening, not even threatening, like he has more or less harassed Kendrick Lamar. Okay? It's a rap battle. He also made some inflammatory comments towards Kendrick Lamar. He also used imagery that was also very harmful and threatening towards Kendrick Lamar. Or maybe not just to Kendrick Lamar, but also his family. When you think about the context of that car. And then you also got to think, he also mentioned like Kendrick's children and his wife. So when you think about it, there's certain things that, at the end of the day, when you're saying false allegations and you're not being protected and this, that, and the third, well, you're saying false allegations towards Kendrick Lamar. You don't see Kendrick Lamar doing this, do you? You know what I mean? But anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into the next part. And after that, I'm gonna be ending the stream and we get on to the next one soon after. Um, but anyway, so parties. Here we go. Plaintiff Aubrey Drake Graham, aka Drake, is a rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. Drake is a citizen of Texas. You just moved to Texas. you just moved to Texas after the beef. Wasn't you not in LA most times? In fact, you're more in what's that place called? I forgot the name of the place. What's that name of that air that um Turks, something to do with Turks and Caicos or something crazy, not crazy, but he mentions it a lot in his music anyway. You know what I mean? That's where I feel like he's more of a citizen is. Or but then again, you never know that anyway. But and I thought he's more of a citizen of Canada as well, based on whatever. But let's keep moving. I wasn't meant to do that. I meant to do that afterwards. But anyway, we move. Defendant UMG Recording Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Music NV together with UMG Universal Music, a public company formed under laws of the Netherlands. UMG is a Delaware corporation with headquarters in California and thus its citizens of Delaware and California. UMG registered to do business in New York and maintains an office in New York in 1755 Broadway, New York 10019. Indeed, several UMG's record label division headquarters in New York, Universal Music touts itself as the world leader in music-based entertainment, which produces, distributes, and promotes the most critically acclaimed, commercially successful music to delight and entertain fans around the world. UMG has recorded contracts with some of the world's biggest music stars, including. Oh, you're naming other names now? Hold on. You're naming other names in your lawsuit. This is crazy. Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Adele, and relevant here Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I mean, to his credit, he did name, you know what I mean, white women. All right, fair play. You know what I mean? But Adele's deal is kind of different, though. I don't know if she still got the deal that she had years ago where it was like a 50-50. That deal, she's eating. And she's lost a lot of weight as well. So congratulations to her. And she's able to maintain it. She's from Tottenham as well. I'm not from Tottenham, by the way, but I'm saying North London, North Easy. You know what I mean? Let's go. Anyway, I wasn't supposed to do that just yet, but you see some things. Hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go. Let me know your thoughts on this lawsuit so far. And if you're surprised that these names have been mentioned, I'm very surprised because you don't need to mention these names. Anyway, Drake has been signed under the exclusive recording contract controlled UMG since 2009, which provides UMG with the exclusive rights to license, sell, promote, and his recordings. UMG is engaged in business of exploiting recorded music publishing, merchandising. Notice how they keep saying exploiting, merchandising, and audiovisual content, including through Republic Records, Republic Capital Records, Capital, and Interscope, all of which are wholly owned division of UMG. As of 2024, Kendrick Lamar releases music from his independent label through an exclusive direct licensing agreement with UMG through Interscope. Universal Music also operates music publishing as its music publishing and distribution arm. Both Drake and Kendrick Lamar's music rights are exclusively controlled by UMPG under songwriter agreements. Okay. So, with all that said, right, here's what we're going to say. So, yeah, we're going to more or less end out here anyway for today's stream. But I want to mention something before we end out. The one thing I'm going to mention, yeah, is so intriguing how he mentioned these names. And it's very interesting. He's talking about like, look, I promise you, and I kid you not, yeah. I just got to remember what page I was on, page 13. I kid you not, yeah. The fact that he's like, Where is it? Because if you look at the name of this particular segment, yeah. So, and Kendrick's got a song called "What's the Party?" You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that aside, and even in the song, yeah, Kendrick has also said "F the industry." Do you know what I mean? So it's very interesting how this is the direction that this lawsuit is going in. Like to me, so far, it feels like it's all over the place, and he's telling himself mainly because think about it. You're again parties, yeah. If you think about it, he's mentioning that he signed to Universal Music Group as well as Kendrick Lamar. That's clear. That's key as well. He mentioned Taylor Swift. He mentioned Adele. Like, and I do find it quite ironic. He never mentioned Lil Wayne, or he never mentioned. You know what I mean? He never mentioned Birdman. You know what I mean? It's very quite interesting that never happened. But anyway, we move. Maybe he will mention them later on in the lawsuit. I do not know. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's the fact that he's saying UMG with the exclusive right to license, sell, and promote his recordings since 2009, which since that time, he has also been in a rap battle against Pusha T, and he has said some defamatory things as well before, right? He had he had a situation with the weekend as well, which also turned into a situation where you have to look into that as well, or we will look into that another time. Then you also got to look into the fact that he also had beef with Chris Brown because of Rihanna. Then he also had, you know what I mean? And then he also had beef with Meek Mill. And like, you have to understand, did that go into a lawsuit? No, it didn't. Because he won that beef. Apparently, he won back to back. He never, anyway. So the point I'm trying to make is he's there's holes in this lawsuit already. We're only 12 to 13 pages in, and there's already this many holes. Make it make sense. The lesson in this, yeah, and I like to give lessons and lessons and lessons. One of the lessons and the main lesson in this particular situation is this: if if an event has happened where it has done harm to you, right? First of all, you've got to be accountable for your own actions. And Drake needs to be accountable for the fact that he is the one that more or less released Push Up. He didn't need to respond. Well, I say he didn't need to, but in the eyes of hip hop, yeah, he did need to respond to Kendrick Lamar. I'll be real with you. But as far as that, he doesn't need to. He didn't need to. When you think about it, he didn't need to, but he did. But then the way that he responded, you know what I mean? Like, again, he mentioned Kendrick's wife. So when you mention someone's wife, all gloves are off and all disrespect will be shown lyrically. And it will stay that way. It will not come offline. But we're going to have to talk about that more deeper in another live stream. But the point I'm trying to make is you have to understand that there are levels to this situation. And I think what Drake needs to do, in fact, not even what Drake needs to do is he needs to take a good look in the mirror and say, am I okay? And if I'm not okay, go seek help. Not just any type of help. He needs therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because I swear, where was it? Let me actually go to it. I swear he said something. Where is it? There was something I was meant to even mention it. This is why. All right, so where is it? It says something here. Exclusive listening, both Drake and Kendrick on music. Okay, hold on. Where is it? There was something he mentioned, and it made me think like this guy really is. He's really not right in the head. No disrespect. I'm not trying to even disrespect, and I'm being completely real with you. I feel like I forgot what it was. There it is. Yeah, this was before that, where he mentions He says Drake first brings this action to hold UMG responsible for the actual foreseeable harm he has suffered and will continue to suffer because of UMG's choice to elevate profits over the well-being of its artists and the music consuming public. So imagine like how if we're going to talk about this Drake versus Kendrick situation, now imagine how Kendrick feels then. All right, imagine how his wife feels. Imagine how his children feel. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Imagine how his family feel because you did what you did with that car. You, like, imagine how they must feel then. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But from that part there, it just seems like he genuinely needs therapy. Like he needs therapy. Like he need. I want to say it one more time. He needs therapy, and he's telling on himself. I'll be honest with you, and I want to end it on that. Yeah, he's telling himself he needs therapy. Anyway, one more time. I'm gonna type it. Hold on. Give me a second. Drake needs therapy. True. Hold on. True or facts? Do you know what I mean? That's meant to be a question mark. But anyway, Drake needs therapy. True or facts? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Yeah, let me know. But anyway, I'm gonna end it out on this one. Shout out to you. Hope you're having a fantastic new year so far. 24 days into the new year. Get me. Anyway, yeah.